Okay, remember how we ended up choosing Alaska? This next experience, this was the one that tipped the scales, and it involved a mini-copter ride. Sounds amazing, right? Well, day one we planned for it, but then Alaska reminded us who's boss. Weather, unsafe. Pilot calls it off last minute. Well, that is the reality of travel, folks. But second time lucky, and off we went. Our first ever chopper ride, and in a mini one. It was definitely an uplifting experience. Pun totally intended. Honestly, it was smoother than we expected. Taking off near the Seward port, the views back over the bay, absolutely stunning. Then, heading towards those massive snow-capped mountains. It was amazing. Alright, indulge my inner geek for a second regarding those headsets. They're voice activated. Basically, when one person talks, their mic becomes active while the others are muted for the listeners. So it means you only hear one person's voice at any given moment. Okay, geek out complete? Oh, right. Did I even say what this whole experience was really about? Okay, rewind slightly. Last episode, we saw glaciers from a boat trip. Remember? So naturally, the next step had to be actually standing on one. So part one of the plan, land on a glacier. Makes sense, right? But then, what's part two? You'll see soon enough. As we flew deeper through these blindingly white snow peaks, it was incredible. Even my son, who gets a little weary with choppy air travel, actually started to really relax and enjoy it, despite a couple of small atmospheric swirls. Then, coming around a huge mountain ridge, there it was. Our landing spot on the glacier started appearing below. And the main attraction, the real reason we flew all the way up here, dog sledding on top of a glacier. Seriously, talk about leveling up the Alaska experience. It's like placing that perfect cherry on top of the icing on a cake and then decorating that cherry with edible gold leaf. Hope you appreciate the foodie's analogy there. Quick side note, the chopper doesn't just wait for us. It actually uses these tour flights to do a quick supply run for the amazing people running the dog kennel up on the glacier. Smart piggybacking of resources. And then what followed next is etched in memory. Pure magic. Meet the stars of the show. These beauties are Alaskan Huskies, born and bred for this, and you can tell they absolutely love to run. Their eagerness to get going and pull us was infectious. There's actually some fascinating science behind how these dog sled teams work so well together. It's not just random pulling, it's incredible teamwork and strategy. You've got the lead dogs, usually one or two up front. They're the brains, super smart, confident. They listen to the musher's commands and set the pace. They got to know the way. Right behind them are the swing dogs, helping to steer the team around turns. Then you have the team dogs in the middle. They're the powerhouse, providing most of the pulling muscle. And finally, closest to the sled are the wheel dogs. They need to be strong and steady to pull the sled out from deep snow and handle the weight right behind them. Each position utilizes the dog's natural strengths and instincts. It's amazing coordination, built on trust and tons of training. Inspiring stuff, right? The ride itself was maybe 20 minutes or so, gliding across this vast expanse of snow. We took a couple of breaks along the way. The dogs need to cool down regularly. You'll see them instinctively roll around in the snow, or even munch on it. Sometimes on the breaks, they needed a little extra motivation, or maybe just some love. A quick, good boy, and some good scratches definitely seemed appreciated before we set off again. Back at their base camp on the glacier, it was time for a proper meet and greet with the champions. And let me tell you, every single dog had such a distinct personality. Okay, we couldn't possibly remember all their names, but the characters, unforgettable. This one absolutely loved gentle scratches right on his face. This one just wanted a good scratch on the rear. This guy just wanted to play. Wow, such individuals. And then of course, the mandatory touristy photos. Not with the dogs this time, just us, striking these "we conquered the glacier" poses in front of the snowy backdrop and the kennels. Felt a little bit forced, trying to look epic, maybe? But hey, you got to get the shot, right? And then the grand finale. Prepare for cuteness overload, the ultimate awe moment. We got to hold puppies, actual tiny, days-old sled dog puppies. Seriously, I have not seen my son melt like that, ever. He was just completely smitten with those little fluff balls. Meanwhile, Dad over here might have been turning slightly green with envy. Are we done with Alaska? Heck no. A nomadic life in a remote island awaits in our next episode.